Hi everyone, welcome to another week of sharing my DVD collection with a new theme for the month, and this month's theme is True Story May, which are true stories in my DVD collection. First up is Unbroken, which came out in 2014 and directed by Angelina Jolie. The film stars Jack O'Connell as Louis Zamperin, a bombarder in the US Army Air Forces in World War II. During an April 1943 bombing mission against Japanese installations on Nauru, Louis' plane is hit by enemy fire, and the plane crashes into the ocean with only Louis and his colleagues Phil and Mac as survivors. After surviving 27 days on a raft, they are hit by a Japanese fighter plane, and Mac dies 6 days later. After surviving 47 days adrift, Japanese sailors capture Louis and Phil and become prisoners of war, with both men being interrogated and transferred to different camps. Favorite moments are Louis holding on to a wooden beam over his head for hours despite being exhausted, and when their camp is liberated. Next up is American Sniper, which came out in 2014 and directed by Clint Eastwood. The film stars Bradley Cooper as Chris Kyle, a marksman in the US military, and Sienna Miller as Taya Kyle, the wife of Chris. During 4 tours of the Iraq War, Chris was named as the deadliest marksman for 255 kills, with 160 of them officially confirmed by the Department of Defense. And while he was celebrated for his military successes, his tours took a heavy toll on his personal and family life. On February 2, 2013, Chris went to spend time with veteran soldier Eddie Ray Ruth, suffering from PTSD, and sadly Chris was killed by Ruth, and this movie shows footage of crowds standing along the highway for the funeral procession, with more being shown attending his memorial service. Despite the archived footage of the crowds along the highway being sad, it was also my favorite moment in the film, as it showed recognition for a man who did 4 tours despite the toll it took on him, but also knowing he worked through his issues. Finally is Argo, which came out in 2012 and directed by Ben Affleck. On November 4, 1979, Iranian Islamists stormed the US Embassy in Tehran for retaliation of the right of asylum granted by President Jimmy Carter to Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, whose Western-supported monarchy was overthrown by the Iranian Revolution. 66 embassy staff were taken hostage, and 6 avoided capture and were secretly sheltered in the home of Canadian Ambassador Curry Taylor. The US State Department explored options to get the hostages who escaped back to America, and under CIA agent Tony Mendez, played by Ben Affleck, proposes an escape which would require the escaped hostages to pose as Canadian filmmakers, looking for exotic locations for a science fiction film in Iran. Favorite moments, which felt like being on the edge of your seat when authorities at the airport are alerted about the escaped hostages and fail to stop the plane from taking off. Have you seen these movies, and are they in your collection? And what are your favorite moments? Let me know in the comments, and have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye for now.